A lot of people know Allen Iverson only as the 14-time NBA superstar, the 4-time NBA scoring champion, and the one-time league MVP. Many people know his success as a professional basketball player, but not much of what he went through to get there. As far as his trials and tribulations, he had a career filled with a lot of controversy. He grew up in poverty in a single-parent home with his mother and his siblings. Wanting better for himself and his family, he took on the love of basketball at an early age, and it was soon discovered that he was a very natural talent. By the time Allen Iverson was in high school, he was already an accomplished and bona fide athlete. Not only was he very good in basketball, but he was great in football as well. So good that he won a national championship in both sports. At the tender age of 17, Allen Iverson seemed as though he had it all, until an honest night out with his friends would change his life forever. On February 14, 1993, Allen and his friends were involved in a bowling alley brawl with other attendants, and Allen's alleged involvement drew him a 15-year prison sentence. With 10 years being suspended, after Iverson spent 4 months in Newport News City Farm, a correctional facility in Newport News, he was granted clemency by Virginia Governor Douglas Wilder and the Virginia Court of Appeals. Overturned the conviction in 1995 for insufficient evidence. This incident and its impact on the community is explored in the documentary film No Crossover: The Trial of Allen Iverson. The prison sentence forced him to complete his senior year of high school at Richard Milburn High School, a school for at-risk students. However, the 3 years Iverson spent there were enough to convince Georgetown University head coach John Thompson to come out, meet Iverson, and offer him a full athletic scholarship to join the Georgetown Hoyas basketball team. Allen Iverson has had a career full of controversy, from the time he was drafted in 1997 up until he retired in 2011. His overall image and appearance a lot of times scared people. He has a very, 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 very popular interview called entitled The Practice Rant, to where the media made it seem as though he was maybe drunk, belligerent, and out of his mind. But if you watch a documentary titled Iverson that HBO shows, it dissects deep into the documentary and shows you why he was acting the way that he was. Allen Iverson had just buried his friend the day before the interview, and he felt as though all they could talk about was practice. He was very upset, but the media portrayed it one way to make him seem like he was bad. As I once before said, he's had a life and career full of controversy. Iverson could have been drafted in 1993 because of his controversy and troubles. It slowed down his growth and development, and it slowed down his possible success. Iverson had to go to another school where, if you were at risk of not graduating on time, he spent 4 months of his high school career in jail for something that he did not do. A lot of people only know Allen Iverson as a basketball player, or he's considered the thug of the NBA. His appearance brought a lot of controversy to himself as well. Him having cornrow braid tattoos, also him having a lot of tattoos were very alarming to a lot of people. But that did not take away from his talent and what he contributed to the NBA. Allen Iverson also went through a situation back in 2006 with his wife. Him and his wife went through a situation that normal couples go through as far as arguing, bickering. It was said that Allen Iverson kicked his wife out of his home. She was naked, and he chased her down the street with a gun. Iverson was not convicted of it, but it was just slander and controversy that damaged his career. Like I once before said, a lot of people know him as just being a basketball player, but not aware of his accomplishments in other sports. Going back to his high school career, Allen Iverson was so good in football that he was actually going to go and enter into the NFL draft. But it's funny how things work out. That night at the incident of the bowling alley happening is what prevented him from doing that. Allen Iverson is an all-around athlete. He could have played professional. There's not too many people that can play professional sports, more than one professional sport. It is hard in itself to make it to the NFL, NBA, MLB, whatever sport you want to call it. There's a 1 to 1 million chance that anyone will ever be drafted. This man was so talented that, and a lot of people don't know this, so I'm informing you all. This man was so talented that he could have he made it to the NBA, but he was so talented to that he could have been in the NFL as well. He had so much accomplishments in both football and basketball. That significant night changed his life, but maintain. He was still able to overcome his obstacles and his trials and tribulations and still be successful. Still to this day, Allen Iverson is considered to be one of the biggest. Right up under Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson is considered to be the most influential basketball player of all time. He changed the game forever. Allen Iverson, a lot of people don't know this now, but he is the reason why the shorts are as low as they are, why they hang as low. Because remember back in the 80s and 60s and 70s and even early 90s, people wore very short basketball shorts. Allen Iverson made it to where his era and the current generation of basketball after his, the shorts were made longer. So his influence and the things he went through changed the game. He made people want to wear cornrows, in which they did in his era, and some still do to this day now. He also made it very fashionable and cool for people to wear tattoos, which a lot of people do now. So a lot of people don't know or aren't aware that he is a big impact on culture of the NBA culture. He changed a lot of things. And that's me informing you guys on a lot of stuff about Allen Iverson that you may have not knew. He's more than a basketball player. He's an icon and he's a culture changer. He's a game changer. Thank you.